Hi, I'm Heaven, and I've been living out of my self-converted Chevy Express van for the last 3 years on the road at mostly free BLM spots like these ones, and I'm finally ready to give a tour. Welcome to my cute little home on wheels that I've been in for the last few years. It's a self-converted Chevy Express van. I've never shared it online at all, like as a tour. My first 2 years of van life, I didn't post too much on social media. I wasn't trying to make content. I was just kind of vibing and learning the lifestyle. And my first year of van life, I actually only had like a mattress on the floor of this van. So it was a lot more chaos than aesthetic content. I should have shared anyway because it's part of the journey, but here I am now. My van's built out to where it's going to be. I've been hesitant to share online because a lot of the van builds I see are like really nice sprinters, and I've seen some other vans too, but I'm like a little like, okay, this van's not that nice, and then there's not a lot of show and tell with it. So I'm proud of her though. I did build her myself, had a little help from my dad, and it is what it is. I appreciate her so much. She's got me through years of my life. I've been comfortable living in her to the extent. And I feel like I'm finally ready to kind of share it online and give a little glimpse, and maybe it'll inspire some other people that think van life is super expensive and you have to have a fancy van that just is everything in it, any amenity, you know, like you can do this for super cheap. Like this van was $5,000, and conversion wise, I don't know exactly what I put into it, but less than 3,000 to 4,000 I think is a good estimate for how much I spent on converting this actual van. So here's a little glimpse of it to the right. I love the windows in this van. I'm really happy I had a passenger van because the windows are everything for me. When I'm parked somewhere for, you know, like a few days or a week, I love opening them up and having a good view. You can see I've got Starlink and my solar panel out there. I need to move that. Sun's kind of going down, so I'm probably just gonna take it in for the night. I also have Miss Kitty. This is Uchi. She's been my little road warrior. First year I didn't have her in the van as much, and I had her kind of at my mom's house, and now she loves the lifestyle. Like she likes getting out and looking out the windows, and I even have a little leash for her. She's always been an indoor cat, and she's really small, so I don't really let her just free roam, but I do take her on cute little walks, and she loves it. Underneath here I have storage for like Starlink, although I don't always use it. Sometimes I'll just put it right here when I'm traveling because it's easier to get out. I have a full-size mattress, and it does kind of cover my storage, so it's a little harder to get into. Not impossible, but not, you know, not as easy as I want it to be. Over to the left we have the curtain of miscellaneous things behind here. So I have my ukulele over here, I guess, right now, but I usually will just put laundry over here, and I've got more clothes stored back here. I want to say I'm just a girl, and I think most of the stuff stored in my van is clothing, because under the bed I have 4 big like plastic tubs, and they're just clothes. Gotta have fashion in the van. All of my window shades I made myself. I actually made them multiple times over. They were originally like a white or just kind of like a neutral fabric, and I recently redid them. Here's where you can see the fabric more, because I found this really pretty fabric that it kind of looks like, I don't know, the Aurora Borealis or something. I thought it was cool. Anyways, that took a while. I was actually at a family member's house, and I was able to use the sewing machine, so that made it go way quicker, but still took me a good week or so to do all of them in the van, because they're all done. If you can see behind here, the big panels are done too. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 windows I had to do for the van, so took a sec. Here I've got a little bench I can sit on, and it's also a bathroom, and it's got a little cassette toilet just for number 1, because I don't want to clean that thing. Got a couple more things for storage in here. It's hard to do this van tour when I also can't stand in this van. So up here I've got a vent fan. The vent fan is honestly like the best part of the van. I didn't have it for the first 2 years, and putting that in made the biggest difference. Like today was like 85 degrees and it kept it tolerable, but before I had that fan, 85 degrees in here is hell. It was not fun. Anyway, over here I have a little mirror. I've got my sunnies. I've got makeup and some some cosmetic stuff. Got the lighters, the fire over here. I got pointy things in this one, scissors, screwdriver or two, I don't know, some pencils. And over here I've got some paintings. I like to paint sometimes. I haven't been, honestly, on a tripod. I haven't been painting as much recently. I've just been in the void. Anyways, I've got some really neat paintings. I'll just show the first one and then I'll show the kitchen area. So maybe that's a decent enough view. So here's one of my paintings. This one's a little older. I don't think I've actually worked on this one in a while. I might have recently done her face because I'm not strong at faces, so I keep trying and redoing. I don't know if I even like her like this, but anyways, behind here, I'll move these for a sec. So in this van, you got to move stuff around a little bit to live. I have, no, that's not gonna work. So over here, I have all of my electric. I've got a 2000 watt battery and a 500 from Jackery. I also have 2 panels. I broke one of the Jackery panels, and I do have one on the roof for the little Jackery battery. That's the one I started with, and I thought, of course, I didn't know anything what I was doing, and I tried to research, but I thought that would be enough power to run a fridge and everything, and it's not. So I had to save up for the big one, the big bad boy, which is awesome and can definitely run my life. So that's been good. This is Uchi's backpack. She likes hanging out in there. Kind of cover it and make it more cave-like for her. Move these. And over here I have what would have been the sink. It worked for a very short amount of time, and then it was leaking and I just gave up on it. It was kind of gross. Dishes for me are kind of a nightmare right now. I have a method, I have a strategy, but it sucks. So yeah, not the best. I need to fix the sink if I'm gonna be in it longer. I mean, I live without it. If you go camp, you wash your dishes and you just kind of do what you do and boil water and kind of do them outside anymore, which is fine, but it's not convenient. I feel like it takes me a lot longer than if I were to have a sink. So I think that's future aspirations. Underneath that area, I have water, just 5 gallons. I sometimes do have another couple gallons up front if I'm boondocking, just to make sure I have enough water and don't have to leave for something like that. I've got that. I've got spices over here. And then over in this area is all of my dishes. Just kind of everything. So this is what I was saying about not having a super built out van. This area, I do need to do something about my kitchen. It's a mess. Makes everything way more inconvenient. No sink is hard, and no cabinets is kind of hard. I kind of have lived my life for so long where everything is jumbled around and flies around when I drive that I'm kind of at this point, I don't care, but I would like it to be a little nicer because I think I will do van life for a few more years. So it's a work in progress. This honestly is almost never on that. It drives me crazy to look at it sometimes, so I'll put it there, and I wanted to make this video look nicer. So I'm like, I'm gonna cover that. But most of the time it's not there, and most of the time my van doesn't look like this. So this is just when I'm posted and really have time to make it look pretty and feel good. Anyways, up where the sink is, I kind of make like a little altar. I've got crystals, I've got my galaxy light. I made that dream catcher. It's kind of getting broken. The feathers are flying off. So it kind of sucks, but well. Anyway, go to the front now, where I have a very fancy curtain divider, but it does the job. Okay, so let me see if I can, this is right. So move these. So up front, that's trash on the dash. I honestly will just put like a bunch of trash up there. I have a little trash can in where my bathroom area is, but if I'm boondocking for like 5+ days, I get so much trash, it sucks. So I'll like store that up front. And I have a little fridge here. I don't want to open it for too long, but it does open all the way. I've got lots of good groceries right now. Everything's a little bit of a challenge in here. Behind here, I've got solar panels. One of them's out right now, and more storage. This is some bathroom shampoos and stuff. Front, I've got Uchi's box, some random things, yoga mat, more crystals because I'm a hippie, and Uchi hangs out there. The bananas aren't usually there. I don't know why they are. And that is my little van tour. I love my cute cozy space. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. And if you have any questions for me too, I hope to make some more videos and share more of my life living out of this van and on the road. So like, subscribe, me trying to be a YouTuber. And come back for more. Uchi wants you to come back, and she says bye too, right?